everyone. So today we have just arrived in California and we are heading to Joshua Tree National Park. We've just arrived at the park and I'm so excited to explore. We're going to film some videos here as well for the online studio, which will be really fun. But last week we left you off when we were driving along the Mississippi coast and it was really cold. It was freezing. Yeah. So we've had a really big week this week. It's been massive. We've driven 3,200 kilometers, which is how many miles? 2,000 miles. We've driven through 6 states. So we actually took a photo of the map and where we've driven this week, and I'll put that up so you can see it. And that big black long line along the bottom is where we've driven this week. So it's been pretty busy. It's been a long one on the road, but it's been really fun though. We've seen lots of amazing things. So after we left Mississippi, we drove into...
we drove through Louisiana.
We drove straight through. We actually started our trip when we came back to America in Louisiana, New Orleans and Lafayette, where we visited our Australian friends. So we are going to see them at Christmas time as well. So we just decided to sort of drive straight through Louisiana because we have ticked that off the list. And then after Louisiana, we went to Texas. Yeah, so Texas is massive. It's such a big state. That took a while to drive through, but we did have a little stopover in San Antonio. So the first thing we did in San Antonio was see the Natural Ridge Cabins.
Yep.
And they are just underground caves, which I'd never been in a cave before, so I didn't know what to expect. I was a bit sketchy when we were walking down and it was so narrow and so enclosed. But once we got down there, it was so beautiful and so worth seeing. It was so unique and one of the most, it was beautiful, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really nice.
How far, do you remember how far down we went? It was like 120 feet or 180 feet.
Or even meters? Yeah, I can't remember now actually.
Yeah, but anyway,
but it was really cool.
Yeah,
really interesting formations.
Yeah, I was just going to say the formations looked unreal, and the one that we got to where the water was just so pure and clear, and there were these massive big columns. It was really a sight to see. So if you are in San Antonio, that's something really fun and cool to see. And then the next day we went into the city in San Antonio and explored there. And the two main things to see there are the Alamo, which Tim knows all about.
So that was sort of pivotal in the Texan law. So Texas getting independence from Mexico.
Yeah, we didn't realise that Texas was actually a part of Mexico and then was its own sort of country for a while and then became American.
Own country for about 12 years and then became a state in the US in about 1860 or something like that.
Yeah, so it was really cool just to learn all about that, and it's still very much got a Mexican influence. That's really fun to see. And then the river walk in San Antonio as well, that is awesome. It's almost like Venice. It's a Mexican Venice. It's got lots of really fun restaurants along the river walk there, and you can take a little boat, which we did.
Yeah, it's only $10 or something.
It was only $10, and it tells you, that the Jennifer Lopez movie Selena was filmed there, and just about all the different iconic restaurants along the river walk, and a little bit more about the city. So that was really fun to do. And we ended up having lunch at one of the Tex-Mex restaurants along there, where it was really good.
Yeah, made with guacamole right in front of us.
Yeah, he pulled this little cart over and made it all nice and fresh in front of us, which was really cool. And I just walked around for the rest of the afternoon, just explored the city a little bit more. And so San Antonio was a really fun experience.
Yeah, so that was probably recommended to us. We've heard a bit about the other Texas cities, and that was probably the one we wanted to stop in.
The most, yeah.
We stopped outside of Houston, I think, the first night, but we just sort of drove through.
Yeah.
Just, again, another big city.
That's the thing, yeah. Once you've seen one of the cities, and a lot of them do have their own unique, sites and characteristics and things. But at the moment, because we are on more of a tighter schedule, I guess, towards the end of the trip. We really want to see the things that we want to see. So yeah, so the bigger cities, we're sort of just, we're checking and seeing if there is anything there we want to see, but if not, we're going on to those.
And the big ones like LA's and San Fran.
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah.
Check out a bit more of.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, so after San Antonio, we headed to New Mexico.
Yeah, well we had, I think after San Antonio was our biggest driving day of the trip.
Yeah.
I think we did about 900k.
It was a big day.
Yeah, it was a big day.
It was tiring.
But it went alright.
Yeah.
Beautiful sunset because we were sort of driving along the Mexican border at the end there.
Yeah, that was sensational.
That was
The sky
stunning.
was just unreal. So where did we go after San Antonio?
So we stayed just at a place called El Paso.
Yeah.
Because I was singing that song all day.
That's right.
And then we went to White Sands the next morning.
That's right.
In New Mexico.
Right, the White Sands National Monument. So that was one of actually my favourite days of the whole trip. It was beautiful. It was like we were in the Moroccan desert. It was like the sand was so white and just went on as far as the eye could see. It's something that if you do get the chance to see it, you definitely should. We spent the whole day there and it was just beautiful.
That was a little gem, not one I knew about.
No,
over, but sort of picked it up when I was doing a bit of research a couple of weeks ago, and you can actually see it if it's a white patch on the US map.
Oh really?
Yeah, if you look at the satellite image.
Yeah, I believe that
Stands
because it's massive, and we actually picked that out so we could film some workouts there and take some photographs there as well, and that worked out really well.
And we only planned to spend a few hours. We ended up spending the whole day there.
Well, yeah, we were there till sunset, so yeah, definitely worth it. And Tim forgot to tell me though that it's right in the middle of a military Air Force base. So while we were there filming, there were jets flying overhead, fighter jets, and I was sketching the whole time that we're in the middle of some missile testing. Yeah,
there's a missile range just on the other side, so we'll wedge nice in between those.
Yeah, beautiful.
You can hear jets. We're actually in the middle of a military base here, an Air Force base. And they're practicing their manoeuvres above us. There's actually a missile range behind us as well, behind the mountains. So let's hope they're not practicing.
But in the same breath though, they were only out for a little bit and you wouldn't even know otherwise. So yeah, don't worry if you're going there. So after White Sands, that was when we got to New Mexico, wasn't it?
Yeah. So that was in New Mexico. Then we kept driving through to Arizona.
Yeah.
And we're hoping to go to Saguaro National Park. We actually found it pretty difficult to get to
with the RV.
With the RV because of so many roads. So.
But along the drive though, we got to see a lot of the famous cactus that are there. So we sort of got to experience that
and we cool
landscape.
Stopped at a sort of state park and had a bit of a walk around. And,
yeah,
and we drove past the border, but we had hoped to maybe do a bit of filming there, but wasn't to be. But
we'll get back to Arizona. We're going to Grand Canyon.
Yep.
Yeah, so we'll be back on our way back to New York as we drop the van off.
Yep.
But yeah, so that was Arizona, and then after that we New Mexico.
Yeah, no, New Mexico, Arizona.
Oh,
and then,
yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay. If you can't tell,
California.
My geography is awesome. I know where we are all the time. And now, yeah, the drive to California. So, yeah, we just arrived in California. We're really looking forward to seeing Joshua Tree today and tomorrow, and then on to
the next day,
and then on to Palm Springs. So we'll be telling you all about that next week. But I've left some links below as well. This week was really exciting because Pilates by Lisa, my online business, was featured on 9.com.au news website, and also on the dailymail.co.uk. So there's some links down below just about how we've come to do our whole big trip and how the business came to be and what we're doing right now. So you can learn more about us in those news articles. So check them out. Subscribe to the website, to the YouTube channel, and so you can follow our adventures and you can ask us anything that you'd like. We love hearing your questions and your feedback and hearing what you'd like to know. So yeah, until next time, yeah, we'll see you then.
See you next week.
Bye guys.